Hey everyone, welcome to the Everyday Human Podcast. My name is Easton Taverna. Each day I'll share a reflection written by me and inspired by literature, poetry, music, movies, video games, and more. And after that, I'll share a prompt for you to write your own reflection. Together, we'll explore what it means to be human. Every month, we'll walk a new path, taking a look at life, death, the universe, and everything in between. Thanks for coming along. I'm glad you're here. For more, visit eastontaverna.com or join me on Instagram at _everydayhuman. It is May 9th, and I hope you're doing well. Today's reflection is titled, Take Yourself Out on a Date. Seriously. It was inspired by a quote from Oscar Wilde's play, An Ideal Husband. This is our second Oscar Wilde-inspired reflection. The first was from De Profundis, back on January 28th. So if you'd like to learn a bit more about Wilde and listen to that reflection, head back in time and give that one a listen. Okay, I'm going to read the quote, and it's an interesting one. It's spoken between a lord and his butler. The butler, though, doesn't say much, just agrees with the lord. It's a funny scene. Wilde was brilliant with satire and very witty. And it goes like this. Lord Goring says, "Other people are quite dreadful. The only possible society is oneself." Phipps replies, "Yes, my lord." Then Lord Goring says, "To love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance, Phipps." And Phipps replies, "Yes, my lord." Now this quote, I think, is doing two things. An Oscar Wilde scholar out there might tell me I'm wrong, but that's okay. It's poking fun, I think, at narcissism, especially that of the Victorian elite, that Wilde so often criticized and made fun of. The line, "Other people are dreadful, the only possible society is oneself." And then it's also a message, maybe veiled in satire, about loving yourself, which Oscar Wilde championed this idea. Having that sort of healthy respect and love for yourself, and that idea of not being able to fully love others until you are happy and content with yourself, and until you love yourself, I think we can find a bit of that message in here, even in this witty satirical exchange. And it's worth exploring a little further. So here is my reflection. Imagine yourself out on a date with yourself. Picture your favorite spot, the beach, the mountains, maybe a restaurant or cafe that you can't get enough of. Go ahead. It might seem a little weird, but who cares? Close your eyes and imagine you're there first, waiting patiently for your date. You've set up the picnic blanket on the beach. The ocean waves endlessly push back against the land. Their soothing song fills your ears and relaxes your soul as the sun begins to set. What small gift did you bring for yourself? Favorite drink? Flowers? A little poem you wrote? Too cliche? Maybe you brought your favorite book to read to yourself, or your favorite game to play, or maybe nothing at all, with no expectations to give or receive. You're just happy to be in your presence, to sit with yourself and watch the waves and the pipers. When you finally arrive, you embrace yourself, a long and solid and heartfelt hug, one that you feel in your soul, one that says more than words ever could. I have you. I feel your joy. I feel your sorrow. I love you. You converse over the happenings of the day, a bit of the news, but why bring down the mood? You speak of a book you're reading, of a collection of short stories you're writing, or a painting you're working on, or your garden. The deer you saw in the backyard this morning before the sun came up. But mostly, you just sit and breathe with a faint, content smile on your face. If that's the way you pictured your date with yourself going, or some sort of variation, but still relaxing, one that fills your cup, then wonderful. But I think the sad truth of it is, some, if not most of us, might not picture it that way, if we even would allow ourselves to do it at all. A lot of people don't feel comfortable with themselves, or sadly, even like themselves. It can be difficult to be in the same room with yourself, let alone the same head locked in with your thoughts. And so from the moment we realize this, consciously or not, we begin to distract ourselves from ourselves. And it's the usual suspects called in for the assist: food, alcohol, drugs, social media, phones, whatever vice it takes to push out that voice and numb the feelings. But damn it, it's so important to love yourself. As the cliche goes, you can't love someone else before you love yourself. And it's true. It starts with the society within you, your soul. And it's a lifelong romance, the most complex and fragile relationship you might ever have. It's something, if nurtured, that deepens over time, just like any relationship, romantic or not. And each stage brings a new level of understanding and affection. It is so important. I don't think I can say it enough. If you take one single thing from this book, or in this case podcast, take this: care for yourself. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. It all starts there. And there ends today's reflection. So thank you to Oscar Wilde and his play An Ideal Husband for giving us something to think about, even if a good portion of that quote was poking fun. I think it really does start with this idea of loving and caring for yourself. Once you have that, that is the foundation for going out into the world and giving the love that you have for yourself over to others and to the planet, to making things better for others as well. Because, again, to reiterate, we are all connected. But it starts inside for each one of us before we can branch out. And now it is time for your reflection question. So, ask yourself this: do I give myself the same care, respect, and attention that I reserve for others? Where could I strengthen my relationship with myself? And where am I taking myself out on a date? Seriously, and when? This is a question I have to ask myself a lot. We all can be our own worst critics, and I certainly am that. And sometimes the voice in your head, my goodness, it can be rough. And you have to say, would I speak to one of my friends or one of my loved ones like this? I would bet you wouldn't. So consider that next time you're being a little hard on yourself. Give yourself love and grace and room to grow. All right, that's it for today, March 9th. I'll be back tomorrow, March 10th, with another reflection. Have a good one, and take care.